Hello, Hot Five, and welcome to a recap of Dare You to Death, Episode 1.
Oh my god, things are heating up already.
It's been a hot minute since we've done an actual, episode by episode thing.
Yeah.
Because, even though the last one was revamped, that ended in, October.
Oh my god, that ended in October.
It's been, a good 2 months of us just, fucking around trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, it's 2 months of us going, shit, is OnlyFriends coming out yet?
But we got an update! It's in January!
We got an update.
I don't know when, but it's in January.
Hopefully.
That's what Mick said, so I'm taking his word
I'll
for
trust Mix. I trust Mix.
Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Hopefully it airs late January, because us doubling up on these is gonna be stressful. Also, how do we have the murder board and sex board at the same time? I have no idea.
Oh my god, yeah, we can't do that. We can't mix up the murder board.
Well, that's gonna happen, because, there's, I think this ends, Dare Death ends, early March or something.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to redo each board.
Yeah, so...
For every episode.
That's unfortunate.
I know, if hopefully they overlap in a small way and not a big way. If they upload and if they overlap in a small way, that means I can put the sex board on a piece of paper for the time being, and then when Dare You to Death ends, I can put it on the board.
Okay. Well, so here's what I know.
Okay.
Dare You to Death.
Yes.
10 episodes.
Okay.
However, there is an episode next Thursday.
Yeah.
On Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day.
There is not an episode on New Year's Day.
Fuck.
So we're talking 11 weeks.
11 weeks. Okay.
And then depending on what, so hang on, let me pull my calendar.
I'm looking at it too. Let's see. We got one.
Yeah, we're literally mapping this out.
4.
Okay. So episode 2 would be 25th. Correct?
Yes.
Nothing on the 1st.
8, 9, 10. Okay. Ooh. The last episode would air on February 19th. 2 days before my birthday.
Hey! Happy early birthday, yes. Hang on. Now, because we don't know when in January OnlyFriends is airing, I want to look up something real quick.
Okay.
So I just looked up Me and T, which is the Saturday slot show.
Ooh.
I believe will end on January 17th.
Ooh, okay.
Which means, odds are, I mean, if GMM's smart, which I hope they are, but who knows, they would air OnlyFriends 2,
Yes.
OnlyFriends Dream On, the same slot as OnlyFriends 1, which was a Saturday.
Yes.
Which means if Me and T ends on the 17th,
Yep.
it means it'd either be the 24th or 31st.
If it's the 24th, we have 4 episodes overlapping. If it's the 31st, we have 3.
Which honestly aren't bad. I don't know how many OnlyFriends episodes there are. Maybe 10, because I've realized they've been doing 10 a lot now that I've realized.
Yeah.
Which is fine too. Because it's still less than half, so if that's the case, it wouldn't be the end of the world.
It wouldn't be the worst thing.
That actually wouldn't work out too poorly.
Yeah.
Unless there's another gap in Dare You to Death, which we don't know about or whatever.
Watch that happen.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah, so that's what I got for that.
Snazzy.
Yeah. That's my news that I saw on Twitter this week. Which is unfortunate, because, I kind of wanted both, on Christmas Day and New Year's Day, because I texted you this. I have, very little time to edit it. Because it comes out at 9:30 a.m. I leave my house at 10:30.
Oh, shit, yeah, you really don't have
so
that much time.
I record, and then that's it. I can't edit. I don't even have time to recap at the end. I just throw in a question in the video and text at the end. That's all I do. That's what I did for the first episode. I was like, okay, fuck it. That's what I'm gonna do every episode, except for maybe next week. But I was looking forward to having I have the day off, which means I can extend it.
Yeah.
I don't have that any other time, so it's I only get one episode where I get to do that, and then every other episode is me rushing through. Also, I have ads on Netflix too, which doesn't help. Which I forgot about.
You have ads on Netflix? Oh wait, they do that, don't they? I don't have those.
Well, no. There is a way to pay for not for them, but my mom's cheap. so.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
And I completely forgot because I was watching it and I was like, and then like it cut to an ad. I was like, what?
Yeah, like I forgot they did that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm like, which sucks. So like that adds time.
Yeah,
and I'm like, if there's an episode that's over an hour long, I'm fucked.
Whenever I'm like thinking about like how many episodes of The Magicians I could stream before I leave or before I sleep, I'm like, I could get a couple more in, and then I'll push play, and then it's on Tubi, so an ad will pop up immediately. And be like, oh fuck, I forgot to factor those in.
Yeah. Fortunately, the ads were, I think there were only like 2 or 3 in this episode, and most of them, I think there were 2 that were I was gonna say half hour, half minute long.
Yeah.
And one was like a minute. So like they weren't super bad, but still I was stressed.
It's like I'll be like watching it'd be like at the very beginning of each episode it'll be like you have 1 ad out of 1, and I'm like, oh sick, I hit the jackpot. And then halfway through the episode it'll be like 1 out of 7, and I'm like, where the fuck did that come from?
Oh, that sucks. That's rough. Yeah, so anyway, I didn't even edit them out on my full Patreon reaction, so if you are a patron and watch Dare You to Death, you will hear me rant about ads every single time they pop up. So that's fun.
Ad-palooza.
Yeah, I call my mom for being cheap. It's the whole thing. It's great. Yeah. Anyway, how was your week?
How was my week? Let me see. What was my week? It's probably just work, to be honest with you. Let's see.
Dope.
Let me pull up my calendar because I literally don't remember. It's just been a blur of work. All right. I was off Sunday, which was quite nice. I think I literally did nothing.
You mean today?
No, last
Sunday.
Last Sunday.
Okay, I was gonna say. I was like, of course you're off
today too. I worked Monday. I didn't work Tuesday. Yeah, Sunday, and Tuesday I was off. I don't remember what I did either of those days. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I was just a vegetable for both days. Oh wait, no. We had our holiday party on Saturday yesterday at work, which is basically just pizza in the back room when you have the time. But I made little bracelets for everybody with our store number on it. Hey, it's my first time making a metal bracelet, so on Tuesday I had the epiphany to do so, and I went to Michael's and spent too much money on bracelet supplies. So that's what I did Tuesday. What else did I do? Oh yeah, oh my god. I was so tired from all of the everything. I got home and I think it was like 5 o'clock where I went, oh, it's Tuesday, my live stream.
Oh.
So if you guys are wondering where BL Tuesday was, I forgot about it because I've been so busy lately. And funnily enough, I was like, oh, I was supposed to start it an hour ago. And then I thought about it and I was like, wait, after doing it at 9 o'clock, I like that better, and I changed my mind. So technically, I'm like more than an hour late. I'm like 1,000 hours late. So I don't know if it's gonna happen this Tuesday. I have to put out a thing for it if it's not gonna happen this Tuesday. I've just been so unbelievably busy as one of the higher ups at the store during Christmas. Because I worked Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 8-hour shifts. And I worked last night for our new closing time before Christmas, which was until 10:45, which was super fun. I usually we close at 8 or 9. No, now we close at 10. I'm so tired. So Dare You to Death. I literally didn't record it until Saturday at like 2:30, like right before I had to go to work at like 5:15. So I had to leave at like 4:30. So, but I turned my computer on and I was like, okay, let's do Dare You to Death because I have to do it. I literally can't put this off. I have to do it because I'm not doing it at 11 p.m. when I get home. That's not a thing that's happening. I want to sleep. So I turned my computer on and realized I hadn't turned it on in so long that it had like multiple really long updates, and I was like, oh. So I was like sitting there waiting for it to do, because I was like, I could do it while it's updating, but like every time I clicked on something, it took like 5 business days to open, and I was like, I need to wait for this to update.
Yeah.
So, because like I was like, if I screen record a video right now and it is choppy, I will not forgive myself. So I'm gonna let it do its thing, and I'm gonna let it update. So that's a thing. I recorded a bit late, but I recorded. But I got it. I got fucking into it, bro. I like I wrote stuff down in a notebook that I will reference. I got all detective and shit, and my murder board looks great. So I'll show you that too. But speaking of the murder board, I forgot how big and bulbous it is. It's like so it's so inconvenient. I tried to have it in the video, and it was very difficult. And it kept falling over, and it ended up falling over like a bit, like, and it hit like me and the headphones like a bit when I was leaning over. Like I stood up on my couch and my murder board went displaced, and it hit me and it hit the microphone, and the microphone fell to the floor, and I was like, oh, that's happened before. Pulled it back up. It hit it again and it fell over again. So it's done it like twice now, and so I'm finishing up the murder board discussion. There wasn't much left to do. But then I noticed that my audio isn't going like this on Audacity. Like, it isn't spiking.
Oh.
And I was like, what did I fucking do? And I was like checking the microphone, and I was like looking at buttons, and I was like, nothing's fixing it. And I was like, I don't know if I broke it, or if I hit a random button, or if something just occurred. I don't know. So I was like, shit, I think I've broken my mic. And this was yesterday right before work, so naturally I texted my dad, because the only thing I told him I wanted for Christmas was a new microphone.
Right.
And I got his presents the other day to open on Christmas, and I texted him, I was like, so father, if you did end up getting me the certain thing that I asked you for, can I open it early, because I think I broke mine and I need it tomorrow. And he was like, I think it'll help you, you should open it. So I have a new mic, yay!
Hey!
And it like moves seamlessly without falling forward on its own accord, because I fucked up the screws. So this is my new mic.
Oh, good. Ooh.
It's beautiful. I
Sure.
love it. It's from the company Shure. One of the Fortnite gamers I watch has one, and she was like sponsoring them at one point and was like, check out the website. And I was like, I don't really look at mics much. I'm gonna go check out the website. And it was a while ago that I checked it out, but I was like, I do need a new mic. So like that's been on my head for a second. So I was like, please give me a new mic for Christmas. Mine is really pissing me off. So mic. So that's good. But the murder board is annoying, and I have to figure out how to include it in videos without wanting to claw my eyes out.
Okay.
Or destroy my property. So
There.
So that's a thing. I think that's about it. All I've really been doing between work and sleep is like when I wake up, I'll turn on there's like a live stream of clips from Doctor Who Christmas specials. I'll just like turn it on and be like, oh, Christmas, and then like kind of like doze off as I'm like gonna get ready for work in 20 minutes. So it's been a trial, but I'm still alive. I guess. How was your week?
It was fine. This was the last full week before, the holidays and shit, which is great, because Monday, Tuesday are regular days. Wednesday, I work 7:30 to 11:30. So half day there.
Yeah.
Thursday's off. And then Friday and all next week is my early hours, 7:30 to 3:30. With the exception of New Year's Eve, which is 7:30 to 11:30 too. So it's gonna be pretty easy next week at work, which is nice. Also, my boss is out next week, which is cool. So, oh right, I texted you and you never responded.
Oh God, what I do?
You didn't.
Sorry, I've been working.
about the D&D friendship thing that's coming out today, this third season.
Oh yeah.
And you still haven't even watched the first two. And I'm still mad you haven't, because it's so fucking good.
I know, I need to, but also I have no time right now.
I know. I'm just saying, after you finish Kamjira,
I know.
That is something to watch on like live stream, because they're like each episode. I think they're only like 6 episodes. Each episode is like an hour-ish long.
Damn.
So it's like it's so like, because it's weird, because I mean, obviously you'll know like for the first 2 seasons who pairs up with who.
Yeah.
But it's still like, it's so. When I was watching live, I had no idea, and it's so fun to watch and be like, what the fuck's happening? Like, it's so weird. It's weird, but it's so fun.
I do want to. I do really want to. I think that's an option for the future, because I will have a little more time, because I know hours are going to drop after Christmas. So hopefully.
It's so dramatic. Like, it's also kind of dramatic, and it's
Really?
like, what? Like, it's like, it's so good. I'm watching whenever, I think it comes out like 10:30, so after this, I'll probably watch the season 3. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. It's so fun. Once you watch it, you'll love it. It's great. Yeah. Oh, also speaking of Kenjira, I hate episode 9. That's what I meant to
Oh,
say.
I haven't even gotten there
I know.
yet. I haven't even gotten there yet because of my stupid forgetting my live stream.
No, I know. I'm letting you know this now. There was a moment that made me feel actually nauseous.
Oh my god! Like on purpose or like
no. I feel like it was intentional. I feel like the show meant it to be that way.
Okay.
And like I really like when I say I hate episode 9, I mean it's supposed to make. I feel like it's supposed to make me hate.
Okay.
It, which it succeeded in doing, and it's great because the show's great.
Oh.
But I hate episode 9. I actually felt nauseous during one moment, and like I almost decided like stepping away for a bit, but I didn't. I was like, I don't like this.
I'm scared. I'm very scared. No, I still have to
anyway,
finish episode 8.
That's episode 1. Just want to give you that heads up.
Fuck.
Anyway, we have this cool old-fashioned clock, which was great. Oh, are you getting something?
Just getting my notebook ready for when we talk about shit.
Right. Okay.
Continue.
Do you have anything to say about the cool clock?
No, I started writing in here when we were questioning each suspect. So.
Okay, well we'll get there.
Yeah.
'Cause I also have thoughts too.
Yeah, I have many thoughts. I have a suspect already.
Oh, okay. I also have a fun stupid thing we can do.
Oh, okay. That sounds fun.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but I'm down.
So the fun stupid thing we can do for this show is whenever we're like talking and like if one of us thinks of like a clue that can like connect to like a suspect and be like wait like all of a sudden just be like oh wait a minute this connects to this and like we start like going down like the like rope like red string thing that like connect everyone together.
Yeah.
Every time one of us has that moment, we should just say jinkies and just like it's like a whoa let's listen to the theory.
Oh my god.
And it's only because I recently started watching like sometime in the morning I'll watch Boomerang Network and they have a pup named Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
And in a pup named Scooby-Doo, that's what happens. Like anytime like little kid Velma says jinkies, everyone's like, oh, let's listen to what she has to say. And she starts talking about the clue and it's like so funny. And I'm like, you know what? Let's fucking do it. Let's jinkies it up here.
I'm down. I didn't know Boomerang still existed. As a channel.
Yeah. Sometimes I watch in the morning. I mainly just watch it to watch a pup named Scooby-Doo and Baby Looney Tunes.
Baby Looney Tunes. Wow, that I swear to God, that channel must be like a freaking time capsule.
It's weird. Like it makes me feel like so nostalgic, but also really sad at the same time.
No.
Anyway, let's finally get into this. There, that's episode 1. We're at the party. We get the cool old-fashioned clock.
Yeah, that clock is sick. I will say.
That clock is sick.
I love that clock. I was like, Itai CD, let's drop the clock. Imagine shipping that. That's gonna be a lot of fucking money.
That's gonna be huge.
Holy shit. With working
I doubt
gears.
it'll be a thing, but
I doubt it would be a thing, but with working gears and everything, oh, that would be sick. I would sell
it. They made like a mini version.
Yeah.
That would sell.
Oh yeah, like a little like alarm clock version. That would be cute.
Oh yeah.
That'd be adorable.
Anyway, we have flashes of the party with the 8 kids. College kids.
Yes.
Which I wasn't sure if they were college or high school, but they talk about 5 being like 22. So
yes, college kids.
They're all like seniors in university.
Yes, they're in the engineering department.
Yes, the Avengers.
The Avengers Mechanical Engineering Club.
Yes. And we see that I think Fi wants to dance, but Champ's kind of be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
And we cut to 2 pictures, one of Champ and Fi, arm around her, looking all coupley. And we really focus on one of Shireen.
Yeah, Shireen. Yeah. I completely forgot about that for a second. We did focus on that picture a bit more than...
It was weird. I don't know. It was weird. And she's also the one who notices Fi isn't waking up.
Yes, she is. I forgot to write that down.
I forgot. Well, you should.
I should write that down.
And this is why we do this.
This is why we do this, so we can write things down that we forgot about. Let's see. Where's my pen?
Yes. Okay, get your pen.
Shireen. Yeah, my video is gonna be so fucking annoying once I eventually edit it and get it up, because it's me pausing during every line of the fucking suspect readings and going, this is important. Writing it down. Shireen noticed Fi wasn't waking up. Alright. Now that is noted.
Yes. And then Jay wakes up and goes over to her too, and they realize she's not breathing. And then the other girl, whose name I forget.
Belle.
she screams.
Yeah. It's like, good scream. Good horror movie scream.
Yes. I do find it a little weird that she just wakes up and
Just
screams.
It didn't seem like she was like noticing anything, and
Yeah,
before she screamed.
it's not like she was like, oh, what's happened? And they're like, oh, she's dead, she's not breathing, and then she screams.
Yeah.
Which could be something to note as well. Or maybe I'm just thinking way too much. I don't know. I might overanalyze the fuck out of this, so.
That's okay. Overanalyze the fuck out of it. It's fine. I went so into this because I watched the new Knives Out movie, Wake Up Dead Man, on Netflix.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, obviously the Knives Out movies are very sleuthy and very like detective-y.
Right, yeah.
And
I saw the first one.
so like the new one is really fucking good, I will say. It's like masterfully written. And so like after watching that a couple days ago, now I'm like, nah, I never solve shit. I'm gonna solve this shit. So I'm gonna analyze the fuck out of everything, bro. Honestly, we don't have it. Knives Out, no. It made me want to solve this because I never solved shit. I didn't solve that, of course not. That's got more twists and turns in it. I feel like this could be a bit more straightforward than that. However, we still
I don't know well, we can get into it now because we're here.
Yeah.
The vibe of the intro. First off, the intro is sick.
It's sick. It's very comic book.
But there is something I do need to note about the intro.
What you got to note?
So, you know, we start the intro, which starts off with them as like visual, like real life, and then they like fade to comics and stuff. And we start off with, you know, Joondunk, obviously.
Yes.
Do you remember who the next two were?
No, I don't think I was paying too much attention. I should have been.
It was Jimin and Sing.
Interesting.
Which, you know, my BL brain kind of went off on the moment. And then it made me flash back to the Bad Buddy Tennis trailer, where Jimin and Sing had a moment in that.
Oh.
Where it was like, wait a minute. So now I'm wondering, which is, I have nothing to do with murder, but...
Nothing to do with murder, but like,
Are they hinting at Jimin and Sing being a new couple?
Maybe?
Because I find it very weird that we haven't even met Sing's character yet. I don't even know his character's name.
No, we don't. He's
It looks like he's like a doctor. He's in a suit, so he looks like he's like a doctor.
I think he's the ME. He's a forensic medicine guy. Like he's the one. Yeah, forensic physician. He's gonna be like the ME.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's interesting.
I did find that weird because normally, you know, they would put like I thought it would have been like Jay would have been next up or something because he's like the brother. But because I feel like normally when BLs do that, it's like main couple, second couple.
I see your point. That is very interesting.
Nothing to do with like the murder mystery, but it is something I
just...
noted. And I'm like, when are we going to see those two interact? Are we? Is this a mislead? I have no idea.
Yeah, we haven't even met Sing's character yet, so.
But yeah, I think I gotta wait and see them interact.
Yes.
To maybe really like because
we haven't maybe met him. Yeah.
Right now, Champ's kind of a dick.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And maybe a psychopath.
I would think so.
He has shown zero emotion.
Nope. None. He seems to be just like,
whatever. It feels too obvious to be him.
It does. It feels too obvious, which is why I didn't make him my number one suspect. That does go in my feelings. Okay. However, I went through a whole process, and I'll tell you about it later.
But I do have other suspects. I have a whole theory.
Oh, I have a whole, yeah. I don't have a theory on necessarily motive. I have some guesses on motive, but maybe not. Because it's way too early. So.
Yeah. Anyway, then we have Jade hunting down a kid. With a gun.
Yeah, I was like, okay, whoa, we're going a bit too hard on the force there, Mr. Policeman.
Yeah, and he searches him for drugs. He claims like vitamin like C or something.
It's vitamin C. It's vitamin C.
But then he admits he's like, no, it's not. It is drugs. I guess from drinking from this guy. I'm sorry.
Yes, drink me. The club.
Yes. And then the kid gets arrested. And then, I don't know his character's name. Mark calls Jade. Do we know his name?
Ken.
Ken?
I'm just Ken. Anywhere else I be.
So Ken calls Jade and he's like, "Hey, we got a murder here. One of the suspects is the MP's son."
Yes. So Champ is the
Which is
MP's son.
yes, which is good to know. And he's like, "Okay, I'll be here soon. Also, the new inspector is coming." He's like, "Oh, the one from abroad."
Ooh.
I'm like, "Okay, let's go." So he gets on his bike. He starts driving, and there's this car ahead of him who keeps, swerving.
It
Back
took
and forth.
me like halfway between him swerving to go, oh wait, is that? But like my first second was like, what a fucking dick. That I don't even drive and that pisses me off. Like,
See, I knew right away, and I also wasn't sure if he was doing this on purpose or not. But regardless, it was funny.
Jesus Christ. Once I realized it was probably him, I was like, oh wait.
Yeah, so he pulled him over, makes him lower the window.
And for a second, he's like, damn, he pretty. He's ferocious.
Literally, the eye widens as he sees him. He's like, "Oh shit!"
He's like, "Oh damn, hi."
Yeah, so right away we know that Jade has hots for.
Oh yeah.
Kamin.
Yes.
Kamin?
No. Oh, not Kanin. Kanin is next prince.
No. Is it Kanin or Kamin?
M.
I think it's one of those. M. Kamin.
Yeah, Kanin. We're gonna forget Kanin. That's next prince. That's next prince is Kanin.
Which one was Kanin?
Main Mary Sue that you fucking hated. That was Kanin.
That was Kanin?
Yes, I swear to fuck, that was Kanin.
Dude, I don't even remember.
Am I wrong? Like now I'm doubting myself. Was that his name? Wait, I'm doubting myself now. Hold on. The next prince.
I was honestly, the fact I don't remember says a lot, so you're probably right. I can believe Kanin. Maybe that was his name.
I swear it was. Yeah, Kanin.
Okay, I'll believe you. I just again, it shows how important he was in my mind that I just did not remember. So yeah, so he looks at Kamin. He's like, "Oh shit, he's hot." And then he starts, he goes back to his police stuff. He's like, "Wait, hang on, you were cutting off, like that's a traffic violation." And he tries to explain he's not familiar with these roads, which makes sense since he's from abroad. And
very true.
I do know that you drive on the other side of the road in Thailand. You're on the other side, which makes sense that if you go from one to another, it's like it would throw you off.
Yeah.
Jay tells him not being familiar with the roads isn't an excuse. And he's like, "Hey, have you been drinking?" And he's like, "No, I haven't." And he's like, "Oh, are we done here?" And he's like, "Not yet."
Not yet. I'm still exercising my power over you.
Yeah, and he called over a other street cop or whatever to issue him a ticket. And he flashes his badge at him and be like, "Yeah, I'm cop." Because he asked him his name. And he's like, "Yeah, that's my name." And I love how right now Kamin knows that he's his boss.
Yep.
And he's like, this is gonna be fun. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's see what happens here. Let's see how much fun it's gonna be to scare you the second you see my fucking face.
Yeah. And he tries to bribe him. He's like, "So how much do you want to get rid of that?" And he's like, "Are you trying to bribe an officer?"
It's like, that won't work. He's like, "Okay, good. I was testing you."
yeah. I think with a little test, you're like, "Hey, look, would you actually accept money?" Because if you did, you'd be fucked.
Yeah.
So then Jade leaves and arrives at the crime scene. And Ken is telling him that the inspector is here. And so he goes inside. And we see he's really talking down about the new inspector.
Oh, yeah. You mean, that guy over there?
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, over there." And turn around, it's Kamin. And the second Kamin turns around and talks to someone else, he's like, "Oh, shit."
He's like, "Oh, I said shit. Oh, no."
Because he pretty much just gave a ticket to his boss.
Yup.
And he asks him, and he's like, "So why didn't you tell me you were the new inspector?" And he's like, "You never asked me."
Yeah.
I'm not some power-hungry officer who flashes a badge to everyone.
Ooh, we got antagonism. Let's go.
That was so good. I was like, "Oh shit, okay, well done."
These two, they're just like, oh my god, I'm so excited with these. It's so enemies to lovers coded. Not even enemies to lovers, but what's the word?
There's just tension.
adversaries, like tension to lovers. Yeah, it's just like
I honestly, adversaries might be right.
Yeah,
like, they are not even at odds. It's more just like
they like to piss each other off a little bit.
Yeah, they like to antagonize each other.
Yes, very much so. They're on the same side. It's just there's tension.
Yeah, and then he's kind of like, again, talking down to them. He's like, oh, I've seen people like you before. They all crash and burn in the end, and it's like, boom. They get drunk off power. And Kamin tells him, he's like, look, I don't arrest people randomly without evidence.
I'm not like you. I don't do that shit.
Yeah, and he says he performs his duty according to the protocol. Unlike an officer like you, who even works without a uniform. Or proper identification. And then he says that would make this ticket invalid, right?
The claws are coming out.
Damn.
I'm loving this.
But the tension is there.
The tension is great.
Then Kenneth explained to them that the victim's friend said they were playing a game in the room, and forensics report time of death is under 24 hours. And Kamin says to run a blood test on all the victim's friends.
Ooh.
Which is smart.
Yes.
Which is weird that someone lies later.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for the drug test, yeah.
Which I'm like, weird. Interesting.
Did he know they did? Well, yeah, he would have done, because they took blood from him. So, like...
I mean, they didn't do it when he's knocked out or anything.
Yeah.
Like, he would know.
Bro. Like, the lying about drugs, I did put that on a things to note kind of thing. But also, I was like, I feel like he's doing that because it's drugs, and he doesn't want to get in trouble. Like, that's...
Well, no, I know. But also, if you know they're going to find out anyway, it's better to be honest and then not lie about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll get more into that during that scene.
Yeah.
Once we get into the whole interrogation scene.
Oh, yeah, that's all thing.
And then when they're outside, Jade asks, he's like, so, was it murder or was it an accident? You've done all the, investigation. And he's like, you watch way too many movies. Because he's not jumping to any conclusions. Smart.
Very smart.
And Jade's like, how about we make this interesting? If I win, I'll be your colleague. And not his subordinate.
Yeah.
And come and ask you, like, why would we turn a public suffering into a game?
I mean,
which I'm like, fair. Like,
it's giving. There's like a little bit of this that is speaking to me of like Castle, but maybe that's because I'm rewatching it with someone who's reacting to it. I'm like on season 3 with them now, and I'm almost done with it. And so I've been kind of like back in Castle a little bit, which is my whole thing during high school. It was like my deepest obsession. And so it's kind of giving that a little bit, where one of them is like a little bit more like has jokes and is like, oh, what about this? Da, da, da. And the other is like, no, hey, we're doing this for the victim and the family. You need to treat this like an actual fucking thing. Like, so it's has a little bit of that to it. They're still kind of different characters to me. We'll see how far we go on, but that's like one of my fucking favorite kind of it's very opposites attract kind of situation, but in the same job.
And then Jay's like, oh, what? Are you scared? Are you afraid you'll lose to me?
Oh.
And
what,
he's
are you
just like,
6?
If you want to compete, fine. But let me warn you, I've never lost. And he's like, oh, well, neither have I.
Ooh.
So now they both never lost. One of them is about to lose.
One of them's about to lose. Possibly.
Then, in the police department, Jade sees Jay there, his brother. He's like, what are you doing here? And an officer comes in and he's like, he's one of the suspects.
Yep. He's like, I'm sorry. I do like how, he, in this scene, he like, says, look, if it is my brother, I'm pressing charges myself. Like this motherfucking dumbass.
Right. Though I will say, I do agree with Kamin a little bit, where he says, you shouldn't be working on this case if your brother's one of the suspects.
Yep.
Because that is a huge like, personal confliction there.
Yeah.
The term is.
Conflict of interest. It's very...
Yeah, conflict of interest, yes.
That happened in Castle. Again, that happened in Castle all the fucking time. Like, whenever it concerns, like, her mother's case, her captain would be like, okay, no, you're going home. Like, you're not working on this case. You're way too close to this, obviously. For story reasons, she'd be like, I am working on this, but in secret. Like, she would do, like,
Right.
without telling your captain. But, like, definitely, I do agree. Like, you're way too close to this.
Yeah. So yeah, I do think he shouldn't even be on this case, but he still is for some reason. They're kind of just like, it's fine. And like you said, he's like, if my brother's involved, I'll press charges myself. Which, do you believe? Let's say Jade find out that Jay was the culprit. Do you think he would tell people and get him arrested, or would he cover to protect him?
I feel like I don't know enough about their relationship yet.
I do too. It does seem like, they're close. Like,
Yeah.
they aren't, like, at odds at all.
Mm.
But I don't know. Right now, I'd lean, because of Jay's, like, carefree attitude with his job and stuff, I'd lean more towards he would protect his brother.
I see that a bit, but also I see little bits of him going, like, tell them the truth, or why didn't you tell me this during the interrogation? Why didn't you say this?
Right.
So every once in a while we do see stuff that's like, no, he really does, like, is very serious about this. But sometimes it is very, like, oh yeah. So it depends, I think. But I don't know. We'll see more as we go along.
Yeah. And then Kamin says, look, I'll question all 7 suspects myself. You go wait outside. And then he says, he's like, look, and about our competition, if you want to cancel now, you can.
Yeah, obviously you don't want to be in a competition where your brother's involved.
Yeah. Then we get suspect number 1.
Suspect number 1.
Jay.
Let's go. Jay. Shall I just, like, go through and read you what I have?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can take over this part with, like, the notes.
Yeah, I'll take over this part with my notes. I took notes on everybody. What I did, instead of taking notes on, like, what everybody did, I might reorganize them in that fashion later, but right now I just took notes based on what happened in everyone's interrogation. So, or what we found out. So, suspect number 1, Jay. He's Jade's younger brother, obviously. We found out they're called...
And Jade does chime in before this, where he says, like, look, whatever you do, tell the truth.
Tell the truth. So, we have our Avengers of Mechanical Engineering. There are 8 of them, and they were drinking in the faculty storage room. It was another freshman of initiation. Apparently their last freshman initiation, so they're seniors.
Yes.
And they said they drink beer and liquor as usual. So it's usually just beer and liquor. However, that could very well be a lie, because as we know from later, Tar likes drugs.
We know it's a lie.
Yeah, we know that's a lie. So first lie already. One of the things I wanted to note was Champ wanted to leave early, but Charine and Phi convinced him to stay. That is something to maybe keep in mind. I don't know where to put that on a timeline. I did make a timeline. I don't know where to put it on it, because there were a couple places it could go. They ended up playing Truth or Dare. And yes, and Phi picked Dare. I didn't know if that was something to note, but it might be something to note. She could have been Dare.
We don't see her Dare in the fucking
Exactly,
right?
We don't see her Dare. She could have been dared to do something, and that could have led to her death. Who knows? While he's talking, he seems quite nervous. He's fidgeting. That could be an admission of guilt, but it also could be just him being really fucking nervous. Like,
right, yeah.
His friend just died. So
true.
Another thing that is important to note, I've marked all these off in purple, is he said it was confusing because we all started to doze off one by one. And I was like,
they were all drugged.
They were all drugged, bitch. Like, because we literally said this in the trailer, and I was mentioning it. I was like in Pretty Little Liars, I swear to God, like, they didn't realize it, but, like, she had dosed all their drinks with sleeping pills.
Right.
And they'd all passed out. Ooh, option. Oh, thought. Okay, I've just Jinkies. Jinkies.
We got Jinkies.
Okay. It is noted in one of these interrogations that Phi takes sleeping pills. It's noted twice. What if someone dosed them all with sleeping pills, but she got a double dose because she's already taking them? What if she got a double dose because someone dosed all of them with sleeping pills and that's how she died? What if they didn't realize she takes sleeping pills and she got double dosed? That's an option.
That's definitely an option. But Jay also says he was the last one to fall asleep.
I was just about to say that. He did say he was the last one to fall
there
asleep.
we go.
He was the last one to fall asleep.
Which is not great to admit.
No. But the fact he admitted it means it's not like
the
a
fact
guilt.
that he didn't admit it
yeah.
is good.
Is good. Because it comes from a place of like, oh, I shouldn't hide this because then they'll suspect something. It comes from a place of like, I think I was the last one to fall asleep. Like, so like, wouldn't matter to him whether he admitted or not. So I feel like he's not as guilty. It doesn't seem that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he woke up, Vi was dead. That's what we've got for Jay. So,
well, there's more because
he did say that a doctor was called.
Yes, they called a doctor first instead of the police.
They called the doctor first. I originally, when I wrote this down, I wrote Jay called the doctor first, but then that changes later. So, it just says, so the doctor was called, and I wrote it down wrong. So, yes, a doctor was called when the police should have been called first. And we'll find more out about that, because I have thoughts.
Yeah, I actually don't... Like, that seems like a reasonable thing. Because, like, if he thought, they could save her.
It does.
Like, maybe it's like, hey, like, if we call a doctor first, we can try to save her. Like, maybe she's just like,
It does, but there was a discrepancy.
That's true. Was there?
Yes, and I found it. Did you? No?
I mean, I granted, I've been like, it's Sunday, I watched it on Thursday, so, a couple days have passed.
I found a very damning discrepancy, and I don't know who it implicates, or if it's just a mistranslation, or what.
That's true. That one thing I'm worried about is like mistranslations.
Yeah, I know.
And like we're like wait a minute, and then like we're thinking about something. And it's like no.
I'm writing it down just in case, but I've noticed something, and I'll tell you once we get to our final suspect.
Okay.
So,
because I am curious to hear that, because I maybe I did. I don't fucking remember.
It's what honestly, it's what put the nail in the coffin for my first suspect of the show.
Okay.
So, we're now on to suspect number 2, though.
Time,
yes.
Which you did also miss the fact that they were there to kiss each other in the thing.
Oh yeah, fuck, sorry. They were dated to kiss each other. That was the thing. I'm sorry. I did not write that down in my suspect list because it didn't seem as important to the murder. But like,
you never know.
I never know, exactly. Time supplied the booze. He was the one who went to get the booze and brought them to the storage room. He said, I supplied the booze, but I didn't mix the drinks. Tonkla mixed the drinks. Tonkla was the drink mixer, which we'll find out more about in a minute, but not that much about. But during their little party, Time left at one point to get more ice. And when he left, he came back and he saw Tareen and Champ arguing outside.
This is something I noticed.
Yes, this is interesting.
Also, first off, in this shot, she's holding her phone like maybe she was showing him something, or like
maybe
talking about. So that was something I noticed too, that like maybe something on that phone. One thought I had, which I'm not sure if this is true or not, and we're jumping ahead a little bit, but I do want to say this now because this kind of is where I thought of that.
Yeah.
Both of those two are the ones to say that Fa took sleeping pills and had stomach ulcers. Those are the two who say it.
Good point.
So, what if one, it could be a lie, because maybe it's like a double murder. These two are talking about like coming up with their story.
Yes.
They know something's going to happen. Or...
I thought about the story thing too. I was like, ooh, they're both saying everything perfectly.
Because it almost sounds like they said like verbatim word for word.
Yeah, it almost did.
Which is weird.
I agree. I noticed that, and I was
because
like,
they say,
we practice
she took sleeping pills and had a stomach ulcers.
Yep.
Not like, they didn't mix it up in any way. They both said it the exact same way, which is weird. But, also, if maybe it is true, and if it is true, if you were gonna kill someone who had stomach ulcers and possibly took sleeping pills, just make them drink too much. And make it seem like an accident.
Good point. However...
However, oh, what's however? Damn, did I get however?
I feel like if that happened... Wait, but who said this? Hang on. Yeah, I feel like if they were doing that, just make him drink too much, and then everyone would be like, oh, then he wouldn't go into the interrogation, Champ wouldn't go into the interrogation and say, she could barely drink. Because if you had planned her murder, and you'd planned it to make it look like she just drank too much, you wouldn't go into the interrogation the next day and say, well, she could barely drink. Because then the investigators would go, well, you said she barely drank. Why did she drink so much tonight? Why this night? And they'd question that. So,
Well, I mean, you can't. That's a good point, but you also can't control how much someone else drinks. Like, you
true, but
can't.
I feel like he wouldn't bring it up in the interrogation if it was the part of the way they killed her.
Or you would bring it up to be like, oh, she doesn't normally drink too much. This time she did, and that's what killed her. Like, it would
Maybe.
almost implicate as like, oh, she just drank too much. Like, she
Fair
barely
enough.
drank. She shouldn't drink. So,
Fair enough. I see that as well.
or, going back to my Chim and Sing thing, what she's showing him on the phone is maybe him and Dr. Singh, whatever his name is, hooking up or something. Because we
Maybe.
know that they're dating and she's her best friend.
Yes, she is. She
So,
is her best
two
friend.
ideas based off that one line, one scene. Because it seemed like they were arguing.
Yes. Her best friend and her boyfriend were arguing just before she was murdered. That is something.
That's never a good sign.
That's never a good sign. That is a big red flag in an investigation. So,
Yes.
a fun working theory could be they were together or they were cheating. Shireen wanted to be with him but couldn't because he was dating Five.
I thought that too. That was also my thought of, but then again, the whole intro with Chim and Sing threw me off, and now I'm thinking something like that's happening.
Exactly. So I don't know. There's some things to take away from the fight, but it is a big red flag either way.
Yeah. Okay, continue.
So he's like, you want to talk more about the ambulance? Talk to Belle and Tar. So we move to suspect number 3 at this point, Belle. And Belle says she's the one who called the ambulance. She says, "Okay, obviously I called the ambulance first. I called the doctor first because I thought maybe I could save one of my best friends. Like I'm gonna take that chance. I'm not gonna call the cops first when there's a chance I can save my best friend." And apparently, there's a working rumor going around, it's not confirmed, that Belle and Tar stopped the others from calling the police. And when asked about that, she said, look, I wasn't really the one who did that. It was more Tar. He was the one who was scared. Obviously, because he was doing a lot of drugs. We see.
Yeah.
Which then moves us to our next suspect. Suspect number 4.
Well, I do want to note about Belle's interrogation. Yes. She seems very different from the girl who screamed.
She does. Thank you. I noticed that. I was like, wait, she was like, the way she was chatting, I was like, it seems casual. She seems like she's just chatting. Like, I was like, girl, you screamed a second ago. Why?
Yeah, so it's like the girl who woke up, saw her front dead, and screamed randomly, and now she's just like, oh, no, like, honestly, I didn't care about calling the police or anything. Like, no, that was just Tar. Like, it does seem, like, weird, like, so nonchalant, and, like...
Yeah. She does seem very casual about it all. And I'm like, girl, your friend just died. And if you... she's talking about how she wanted to call a ambulance for one of her best friends first before she called the police. And I'm like, girl, you're talking about this as if it's like Taco Tuesday. Like, she's not talking about it as if it's a drama and she has trauma from it. Like,
yeah.
What's going on there? Seems different. So, suspect number 4, Tar, who is very jittery. Almost as if he's coming down from something. But we do get some info from him, as in Time's dad is a cop. He's a very high-ranking officer, apparently, what we learn later. Champ's dad is an MP. He reiterates that Jay's brother is a cop of some sort, which we know because it's Jade. We also learn that Belle slapped the junior at one point.
Yeah, okay. I'm like, what?
I'm wondering, like, if this is the way he said it. It's kind of alluding to just him talking about, like, what kind of person Belle is. It's like, oh, she's kind of crazy. Like, she'll slap a junior out of nowhere.
She said she slapped a junior and ruined her face.
Yeah. That's like, so, it's like he's trying to be like, well, she's kind of nuts.
Yeah, like, she's a bit unhinged, because she, I guess, rearranged someone else's face.
Yeah, so... this girl is someone to keep an eye on, I think, I'm
definitely, like, especially with the scream at the beginning and then her nonchalant investigation, I'm like, that's raising some flags.
Yeah. This girl has a lot of red flags around her. But also I feel like they're red flags that are kind of like vibe related. Like they're more of like, oh, you seem like you're not super upset. Oh. But fact wise, we're not getting too much there. That is giving red flag. It's all just her being weird. So it's something to keep an eye on.
Also, just note that when he brings up the fact that Jade's brother, the cop, Jade, who's watching this, is like, you little fucker, one more word and I'll knock your head off.
So that is a good point. That's a point towards, he'd protect his brother.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you're literally saying this in the cop office, and you're like, that.
He's like, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
And he reiterates like twice, no, I'm clean. I'm not on drugs. Which is an obvious lie. So.
Especially since maybe this was before they took blood samples or whatever, but like.
At least before they got them back, yeah. So they'll know he's on drugs, and it's obviously clear as day because he's very, like, jittery about it.
Yeah.
We then move on to suspect number 5, Tonkla. We don't get a lot of information here.
Yeah, he's the biggest question mark for me.
He's a very big question mark. He seems to just be kind of a douche.
He does.
But he does give us some information. So him and Time prepped the party, so they were there first. He gives us a lot of timeline information. They were there first, setting up the party in the storage room. And I don't know if the way he worded everyone's name after that was in order of when they arrived, but then he said multiple people came afterwards. I don't remember the order.
Jay, Bell, Shireen. And Tar came later. Champ and Pufai arrived last.
Yes. I don't know if that order was correct, but we do know that Champ and Phi arrived last. So that might be something to note.
Everyone else is saying that too.
Yes. That might be something to note, might be something to not even care about, who knows. But I wrote it down. Shireen and Phi are the ones who started the Truth or Dare game.
Truth or Dare.
Yes, they had the idea to start the game. Whether it was Shireen specifically, or Phi specifically, or both of them, Truth or Dare was started with them.
Yes.
Could be something to keep in mind as well. Time got wasted first, followed by Bell.
Right.
That was very specifically worded. Like he could have said like, "Oh, Time was like so wasted for a minute, but we all caught up." Like that could have been worded like that, but he specifically said Time got wasted first, and then Bell got wasted second. Like,
yeah,
that's very specific.
Like it's weird to know the order of like who got drunk. I mean,
it's not weird to know who got drunk first. But who got drunk second is very specific. To know the order like that. I think maybe by this point he was fucked up, so he forgot after that, but...
Well, that's the thing. I was gonna say, it would make more sense if he was like, oh, first was Time, then Bell, and then I kind of, like, got drunk and wasn't really paying attention. Yeah. Like, that would have made more sense, but the fact he's like, 1, 2, the end.
The end,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, there are 6 other people there.
I'm like, that's very weird. The way that you said those things. So
yeah,
I don't know. He seems like he could just be like a people watcher. Like he could be paying attention to everything around him. I don't know. Maybe because he did say at one point he got up to pee, and that was the only time he wasn't mixing drinks. He was the one mixing the drinks, so that's something to note. He very well could have been the one to slip something there. I don't know, but like. You never know. It's just a.
But again, I do feel like that is too obvious. Like,
it is too obvious.
Think of this as a show.
Yeah.
That's too obvious. So in real life, that makes sense.
Yes.
Like, so it's like I'm trying to like go between the,
I know.
Real life situation and fictional. So I'm like going back and forth. But
it's like motherfucker. It's very difficult.
I need to see more on him. We barely got anything.
We barely got anything from him other than he's a douche and some timeline information. But we also got Tonkla thinking that Champ did it. He's like, you wanna ask me my opinion? I think Champ did it because like what kind of sociopath like doesn't shed a tear after his girlfriend dies? Like more than that.
Is huge that he's already like I think he's the first person to name drop someone who he thinks killed Phi.
Yes.
He did it, like, pretty much without hesitation. He's like, oh, Champ probably did it. Like,
yeah.
Like, you're so quickly to say, oh, yeah, my friend, who I've known for, like, the past 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably did it.
All of these people are like, we've been friends for so long. Like, we, like, I don't think anyone did it. Like, even Jay was like, I don't think anyone did it. Like, we've been friends for so long. I don't think any of us would have done it. They're good. They're my good friends. And then one of these good friends is like, I bet he did it.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? So that either says something about him or it says something very big about Champ.
Yeah.
So that moves us on to suspect number 6, Mr. Champ. So Champ and Fi have been together since they were sophomores. And this man is sitting here on his phone, like, yeah, whatever.
I'm sorry. Are you allowed to have your phone when you're being interrogated?
You fucking shouldn't be. Like, unless you're in the interview room and not the interrogation room, then it's probably like not. It's probably rude, but like they're not like, could you put your phone away? But like in the interrogation room, I feel like you have all your shit removed from you. You have your shit taken off of you. So.
Yeah. Also, we do kind of get the backstory of how they got together sophomore year.
Yes, that's right.
Later.
He did say I think it was like their parents liked her and or something like that. Or their families liked each other.
We'll go in more there later, but Jay talks about it later.
He does, yes, that's right. It's after the interrogations. So they've been together since they were sophomore year. And he says Fi took sleeping pills and had stomach ulcers. 2 facts about Fi that might be very important. And he says because of that, she could barely drink.
Well, before that, I'm playing it too.
Yes.
But before that, when Kamin asked, like, well, why didn't you react when she died? He was like, oh, I'm probably in shock. I happen to be good at hiding my emotions. So that's something good to know too, that he claims he's good at hiding his emotion. And honestly, if he has some emotion, he's very good at hiding it, because he seems like he doesn't give a shit.
Yup. He doesn't give a shit. He seems like he doesn't give a shit at all. And it's like, bro, your girlfriend just died. You've been together for 3 years. Hides his emotions. All right. Now, he moves to leave. He's like, all right, so we're done here. And he's like, not really. Sit the fuck down.
Talk to my lawyer.
Yeah. He literally is about to fuck off. Definitely the air of someone who's an MP's son, and has gotten away with shit for a while. But he's like, no, sit the fuck down. We're not done yet. And while that's happening, since he knows he's gonna be in there for a hot minute, Jade decides to leave and go chat to Shireen, and just be like, hey, it's gonna be a little longer. He's still talking to him in there. But why don't I talk to you? Just like human to human, and see what he can get from her. And he does very well. He obviously, it's very weird that they both said she has stomach ulcers. And sleeping pills. In almost the same order of like words. Like, yeah. When I first watched it did seem a little like it could have been rehearsed. Like before the cops were called, let's get our story straight kind of thing.
Right.
Shireen says Champ and Fi, it was alluded that it may have been possible that they were set to be married after graduation. She heard that was possibly a thing that was happening. So whether that's true or not, we don't fully know yet. But it could be possibly. And now for my last piece of damning evidence.
Okay.
The ambulance. Because...
Hang on. Okay, yeah. Keep going. I'm watching it too, trying to like connect things. So
I went back to Belle's interrogation scene. And she says, in the translation, I called the doctor first because I thought I could save my best friend, or one of my best friends. And the last thing that Shireen says here before they're interrupted by Champ's father screaming is Tonkla called the ambulance.
Tonkla called the ambulance?
Yeah. What do you make of that? There's a discrepancy there. Someone's lying.
Well, I feel like it's Belle. Because if Belle claims, oh, I called the ambulance, but Shireen said it was Tonkla, the fact that you say, like, if you say it was you who did it,
yeah,
and then someone else says it was someone else who did it, like, it's one thing if Shireen was like, oh, no, I called the ambulance. Then it would be like, oh, who's telling the truth? But the fact that she claimed it was someone else seems more weird. I would say, if that's an actual indication for a clue, I'd say Belle's lying.
That's interesting.
Tonkla called the ambulance right away, is what she says.
Yes. That's interesting because I had the opposite thought. My thought
Really?
was that makes me feel like Shireen could possibly be more. My whole thought was like either of them, because like either of them could be lying. The reason that Shireen could be lying is, what if she was pulled away by, say, by Champ in this instance. Say you're right and they both did it. They both killed her with the sleeping pills, the double dose, whatever. What if she was dragged away and it was like, hey, let's get our story straight before something happens, okay? Because you're just as implicated in this too. What if she was pulled away to discuss that while Belle pulled out her phone and called the ambulance? And then she assumed when she came back, maybe Tonkla had his phone out, maybe something was going on. What if she just assumed that someone else had called the ambulance? What if she wasn't there when the ambulance was called because she was getting her story straight, doing something else, freaking out? I don't know. But what if she didn't actually see who called the ambulance because she is the guilty one and she was doing something else? And so she's now said Tonkla did.
Could be it, except that's a doesn't really make sense to me, especially since in the first scene, Shireen's the one who's with Fi.
Yes.
So I feel like,
but the ambulance hasn't been called yet. Because Belle
no,
just
but I still feel like the way she was shaking her and freaking out, whether it was honest or acting or not, she would have stayed with her the whole time. Like, I don't.
Maybe.
Because, like, it's one thing if that's what they were talking about when they were outside when Time walked by and saw them, but that was before she even died.
True, that was a whole different thing. And
if you're gonna, like, you know, commit a murder with someone, you wouldn't talk about your cover-up plan after you did the murder. You would do it before, like, when they were outside.
True.
So I do feel like the whole, like, speculation you have of, like, oh, you know, she went off afterwards. Like, I feel like we need some sort of evidence.
We do
to include that.
Here's the thing: we don't know enough. This is very first episode guessing right now, and I'm going off of vibes as well, because we know nothing about these characters except for what has been told to us by them in the interrogation room. But that was weird. That was the main thing that I caught, because it was a discrepancy. It was something that was different in each person's story.
Yeah.
Other of the characters were just like, oh, the ambulance was called. You want to talk to someone about the ambulance being called? Talk to Belle and Tar, because they were freaking out and didn't call the cops. And talk to this person, blah blah blah. But she specifically said Tonkla did it instead of like someone else. But I do see why you're saying Belle could be lying as well.
It's because the fact that Belle claims she did. Like, if you were like, oh no, I called the ambulance because I want to save her. Like, you know, I was the one who did. Like, it makes her look better if she does it.
I see that.
But the fact that Shireen claims it was someone else who did it makes it seem more just, that's the story.
I wish we checked back in with Tonkla and asked, did you call the ambulance? Fuck, that would have been great.
You know what's great about this? Is that she told that to Jade while Belle told it to Kamin.
Kamin.
I'm gonna keep doing that. To Kamin.
Yes.
So it's like, I mean, granted, Jade was watching the interrogation.
Yeah.
But, I mean, and granted, right after this, they get interrupted, so maybe he just didn't think about it.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm wondering if, when they go back and they're like, hey, maybe honestly call the ambulance who took the call, be like, hey, was it a male's voice or a girl's voice? And that would answer the question.
Imagine they're like just talking and be like, well, that was right before Belle called the ambulance. And he'd be like, you mean Tonkla? No, I mean Belle. What do you mean Belle? No, Tonkla. Like that. And then they notice a discrepancy. It's like, wait, who told you that? I don't know who told you that. So like, then it's like, they have to try and kind of like figure out why the discrepancy is there. So it's definitely something to note. It was the biggest thing for me to note, because I noticed.
No, that's great. I completely missed that. So
yeah. I don't know how I noticed it, but she said it and I went, oh, whoa, back up. Did I misread Belle's and think she just said, oh, the ambulance was called? But no, she said, I called the ambulance first. Those were her fucking words. It was either I called the ambulance first or I called the doctor first. Like, she said, I did this, like, specifically.
I want to help my friend, so I called the ambulance first.
Yes. She said those words exactly, so I was like, oh, back up. Okay, now there's an issue there. So, definitely a thing. But that ends our interrogations. Okay. And we now move on to Champ's dad, who's screaming.
Yes. So, I'll take the reins back.
All right.
So we see that Kamin is in a huge fight with Champ's dad. Because he's like, get my son out of the scene. He's like, your son without the scene. He's the culprit. I have to question him. And he's like, no, we're leaving. He's like, no, he's not.
So you're fucking that. You could tell he's from fucking abroad. He's like, I don't give a fuck if you're an MP. Like, just like.
Yeah, he is so, like, he's like, I don't give a fuck anymore. And Jade comes in, the biggest kiss ass, and he's like, I'm so sorry about him. You know, he's new here. I'm like, don't act like a bitch, please. I don't like
a little bitch.
I don't like those. And so, yeah, and then they leave, and he's like, what was that? And he's like, that's the MP's son. He's like, I don't give a shit. I
don't care.
He's like, why, you're already starting fights on your first day? And he's like, well, someone has to.
You're obviously not gonna. You're kissing ass, like literally.
Yeah. And then Kevin's like, well, we have one more thing to do. And he's like, what's that? And he's like, oh, we have to take your brother out for dinner, for lunch.
Yeah. See if there's anything else.
Which is so smart, because he plays it off as like,
just chill,
just like a regular, like, like, oh, hey, like, hang out, let's, like, outside the office type thing, but still, his detective cap's still on tight, and he's still
he's hoping that, I think, a more casual setting, because he noticed, I saw him notice the fidgeting and the nervousness.
Yeah, he knows that.
He notices, so I'm wondering if he's like, maybe a casual setting will bring more out in him.
Right. And so Jade asks Jay why he didn't tell him that Tara and Belle stopped him from calling the cops. And he's like, I didn't want them to get into trouble.
He's like, boy. He's like, and if they murdered someone?
And he's like, you're protecting your friends by ignoring the dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta think about it like that. Like, they may be your friends, but there's a possibility that one of them murdered someone. Like, if the best thing you could do is find out who killed your friend, not protect your friends from a possible thing if they killed your friend. Like,
right.
It makes you look worse.
Which, but it's also like, they've been friends since for like 4 years.
It's hard to shut that off.
And like, Jay seems like right now, he seemed like someone with a big heart, and he really does like care about his friends. Like he's shocked this happens, and he doesn't want to believe any one of them did it.
Yeah. He says, he was like, I don't think any of us did it because we're all really good friends, while others are very willing to throw others under the bus.
Oh my god, Belle and Tara are always at odds. Tom Claw's accusing Champ of murder.
He doesn't give a fuck, yeah.
Yeah, and then they ask, he's like, oh, have you had any fights with your friends?
He said there was one. Really, really big one.
There was one. The worst fight was between Champ, Hu-Fi, and Tar.
I was like, oh, interesting mix.
Yeah, because I thought it was going to be Shireen. It was Tar. I was like, oh, interesting.
I was like, oh, that came out of nowhere. I thought it was going to be something completely different.
Yeah. And he's like, Tar. And Jade's like, yeah, the dude with glasses. Who's also on drugs.
Yeah.
It happened after the freshman initiation in our second year. So when they were sophomores.
Yep.
We went to drink at Time's place. Tar had kind of made a move on Fi because I guess, he thought she liked him. And that she'd been leading him on. Side
note, this is another check in the box that Time always supplies the alcohol because they went to his place for the alcohol.
Right.
Yes. So that's just another
so he's like the go-to booze man.
He's the go-to booze
man. But Jay clarifies that Fi is just next to everyone. Like, she's kind and sweet, and luckily, Champ stepped in to help. And that's when the two of them started dating.
Yes. But there's more.
So I'm like, oh, there?
Yes. I noticed that he said Champ. Yeah, obviously Champ stopped it, but like everyone's like, well, then why is Tar still like your friend if he was like not taking no for an answer and like just around all the time? And he says, well, Champ told everyone to just forget it happened and move on. Like he told everyone to forget it happened at all. Why? If that's your girlfriend now and shit happened there.
I'm also wondering, like, the fact that he says Champ stepped in to help, like, what was Tar exactly doing? Like, did he try to kiss her? Was he just holding her hand? Like, what's the, like, was he on drugs on this time and he was, like, going real aggressive? Like,
yeah, he could have been on drugs. We don't know because all that was said.
He could, like, pin her down. Like, I don't know what the, like, Like, it also depends how far it was. Like, if he just reached for her hand and maybe, like, something more, like, innocent like that,
Then
I could
yeah,
see Champ being like, look, forget it,
let's
let's
forget
throw her under
about
the
it.
bus.
Yeah.
But if it's, like, he'll, like, pin her up against the wall and, like, trying to, like, take her clothes off or something on drugs, like, that's not something to brush under the rug.
What was said, which was interesting about it and kind of gives an air to the level of, like, bad this was he like wanted to be with her and she didn't want to be with him. She was just nice to everybody, and he got mad. He was mad or something like that, saying that she was leading him on or something like that. And so it's like, oh, okay, that's a little like after she says no, him going, well, then you've been leading me on, is a little like, oh, a little red flaggy. So
Yeah.
it definitely leads to a more like negative experience rather than just a, oh, let me reach for your hand. So,
Well, also something we didn't think of.
mm,
Was she leading him on?
mm.
Like, right now, they're making Fi out to be the sweet, innocent girl. What if
She wasn't?
she wasn't? Like, that's also something to note, too.
That's something to know
And
too.
I think right now what I'm concluding with whole Champ told everyone to, like, forget about it thing is that what if he, like, he says he's good at hiding his emotions. What if he's actually like Jay and he's like, look, we're all friends here, let's just forget about it. And he really wanted to keep this group together.
Hmm. Oh, he seems like such a dick.
Well, he says he's good at hiding his emotions. Like, maybe he's like... So I'm like, maybe that's the case? Because that's the only real... Unless he needs them for something. But I'm
Yeah.
not sure what. Like, I don't know why he would, like...
He said
them,
he has a lot of friends. Like, going through Instagram, he was like, yeah, he literally has or Shireen, when she was like, he's got a lot of friends. He's got his girlfriend. He's very popular. He's like the guy on campus who is friends with everyone. So it's like, I don't know. Something to keep an eye on.
Yeah. And then Jay's like, why didn't you say that in the interrogation? And he's like, I just told you, didn't I?
Yeah. He was nervous. He probably forgot half of it.
Well, no, also the fact that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago. Exactly.
Why the fuck would you bring that up?
He wouldn't bring it up unless someone actually asked about it. Like, that's why we have an inspector here.
I'm like, I'm like, of course he didn't bring it up. It has nothing to do with what happened now.
Of course he didn't bring it up. He was being asked about the current situation as it stands and the night that she was killed. Like, that has nothing to do with a fight 2 years ago.
Yeah. So then Jade and Kamin return to the office. And everyone seems to be hating Kamin already.
Yeah. They're like, oh, look, big man just came in from abroad. Just like...
Yeah. They don't like that he's a new boss. So then Kamin tells Jade, he's like, look, you go through all the footage, and I've already sent out for the forensic, and once they're done, I'll review them. And Jade's like, I'm taking a nap first. And he's like, go ahead. Very indicating that he knows how the Thai police really works now.
Yeah. It's like, all right, lazy ass, go ahead and sleep. I'll go and solve the case then.
Yeah. Well, Jay's like, well, look, whether you're Thai or foreign or whatever, like, if you need to rest eventually.
Yeah.
And Kamin's like, criminals don't rest, so why should the police? If you're lazy and useless and keep dragging this case down, I'll report you to HQ.
He's very work, and Jade is very much not.
Yeah. And even when it is, it's very, like, a loose work. It's not even, like, by the book. It's more just, like, do his own thing.
Exactly.
But then the big boss, Commander Don, comes in. And he's like, look, you are aware that there are some connections to the police and this. And he's like, yeah, I know.
And also there's an MP's son at risk. Like, it's very... And when he hands him the other case, my first initial thought when he did that was like, do this instead. I'll take this case off your hands. We don't need you to do this.
No, it's more so like once, I think they're doing like the forensics right now and that takes time.
Yeah, it does.
So it's like, hey, while that's going on, here's another case you can work on.
Yeah.
And so we go into the office and it seems like Kamin's like searching the room for like bugs or something.
Is he?
Yeah, like wiretaps bugs.
I thought he was just looking at his office.
No, he's looking around, and like Jade literally said, like, there's no CCTVs here, no wiretaps.
Oh.
You're good. Like, because he said, like, oh no, I cleared it myself. And he's like, that's exactly why I'm looking.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking, bitch. I don't trust you.
He's like, I don't trust you.
Hell no.
And then we get our murder board.
Murder board. Shall we look at my murder board while this is happening?
Oh yeah, sure.
Why not? I'll show you my murder board if I can get it over here without breaking another mic.
Yeah, so their murder board is 8 suspects with pictures of 5's dead body next to her own picture. Oh my god, that's a huge thing. Oh, you did actually print them out. Oh, that's cool.
I did. I printed
oh
them out.
my god, that's so cool.
I have other prints of other characters just in case we need them. But basically, well, now you know who my suspect is. Fuck.
Okay, well, I mean, you already told me that.
Yeah, I kind of did, but that's okay. We'll go over it later. But here's the murder board. Ta-da! Each picture is held up by a BTS album magnet because I didn't have clip magnets. I wish I did though, because then it'd be easier to move them. But still, I feel very official having that. the murder board.
But then Kamin says, "I think these 7 kids are hiding something from us."
I do too. There's something off.
I fully do.
Yeah, there's something off here. And I don't know if it's they all came up with something that they're hiding together or what.
Yeah, and one in particular, Tar, is the worst liar and sticks up evidence of drug use next to his picture.
Yep.
And then we see Tar come home with a letter.
Oh.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. It's the first truth or dare letter.
Yes. It has his name on it and everything. He opens it up. And there's 2. I'm guessing 1 for truth, 1 for dare.
Maybe. I don't know. He pulled open the envelope and there were papers inside, but we don't see what they are.
Yeah, we don't see what they are. Yeah, they're like, maybe a picture of like him doing drugs or something.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe it's like some sort of blackmail. We don't know.
Yeah, it's like...
It's evidently, as he's flipping through the photos, he's freaking out.
Yeah, because he's like, oh shit, he panics, calls Champ. Champ, why are you sending me these letters? What crap are you trying to pull on me?
So why does he think it's Champ? Is it because it's definitely from Champ? Or is it because someone is trying to frame Champ? Or is it because people assume it's Champ because he's a dick?
I don't know, why jump to Champ?
Why jump to Champ? That's the question.
Yeah, and then we cut to...
Yeah, we don't see him for the rest of the episode.
We don't. Yeah, we don't. We kind of leave on that for the rest of the episode.
Dun dun dun.
Then we have Kamin going through his laptop of images of Tar, saying he's sure he's on drugs.
It's very obvious.
There's also a little like notification. This has nothing to do with anything, but it says disk not ejected properly. Eject Hun cream before disconnecting or turning it off.
On what?
Hun cream. HUNCREAM. That's the name of the. That's the name of like the little like flash drive thing or like SD card he used, I guess.
Huh.
Yeah, so he would look into that and he's like, yeah, Tar's definitely on drugs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And if he finds a supplier, maybe we'll know what really happened that night. Which I'm not sure how. I mean, I guess we'll know what drugs he was on, but
I don't know either. He said maybe we'll know what really happened that night, and I was like, wait, what does it have to do with anything? I mean, maybe the drugs could. Maybe if you know more about the drugs, you could see if it's in her system or what. But like, I don't. Not
for sure. Yeah.
Not for sure. There's no for sure that it'll tell you. They'll tell them more about that night.
Yeah, and then yes, do you know Drink Me?
Yes, I do.
And the guy who we pulled over in the beginning.
Yep.
Went to get drugs at Drink Me.
That's the place to go, apparently.
Like, yes.
For all your drug needs.
Or club. And Kamin says, we need the forensics and autopsy results for the Avenger student case, so we're still waiting on that. In the meantime, I'll switch to this case.
Why not?
Yeah. And Jay's like, what, do you normally work solo? Without consulting the team? And Kamin's like, well, should I ask how you do your work? Because I'm guessing it's not very good.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's very less put together.
Yeah. And Jade says it depends on whether it's a question or an invitation, as he leans over the desk, but then he gets like papers in his face. He was trying to make a move already.
Already, this man is.
Then at a little stand outside Drink Me, Jay asks for 2 chicken skewers. And the man gives him 2. And Kamin takes a little napkin and wraps it around the stick so his fingers don't get sticky.
He's so
He's
proper.
like, you like things clean.
They're clean and proper and posh.
Yeah. And then he shows him some pictures of the like the people they're looking for.
Yep.
And I guess the chicken skewer guy is helping Jade.
Yeah, he's an informant.
And so then that night they go in to drink me, and they're like, "Oh, do you have a table?" And she's like, "Yes, it's under Jade."
He thinks ahead for a lot of things. I feel like he's got the street smarts, and the inspector's got the like brains that can go off into different directions and connect things.
Right.
They balance each other.
And so when asked what they want to drink, Jade says something strong. Kamin says sparkling water.
He's like, "Are you fucking dumb? Are you trying to get yourself more noticed as a cop?" Like, a sparkling water, please.
He's like, really? Really? Of all things.
Of all things, to get sparkling fucking water.
And then he puts his arm around him, and he's like, you need to try to be more subtle. And he shakes his arm off him. And someone there clocks that. And he's like, And so Jade is like, "Oh, babe, don't be sulky." As he like wraps his arm around him. And he's like, "I just want to kiss your cheek." And then proceeds to kiss his cheek. And he is... Kamin's like, what the fuck?
He's like, I swear to God, get the fuck off me.
We could be playing any other roles.
Why this one? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's helpful.
And he wipes the kiss off his cheek.
He literally, like, in full view. Just like, that's so funny.
And then he starts cleaning the bar table too, because...
Oh my God, bro.
Why not?
Bro is so... Well, he's very put together, I guess would be the word to do it. He doesn't want anything out of place. Even if he has to clean the bar table himself, that's crazy.
Right. And then a guy comes over and he's like, "Hey, let's toast." And he's like, "What?" And then he's like, "Oh, are you two together?" And Kamin looks over at Jade and he's like, "Do you really think that's my type?"
How dare you insult my taste? No, hell no.
And he's like, "Oh, so you're single, that's perfect. Come over with us." And it seems like Kamin's going to, which would help, I feel like, the investigation, separate and spread out. But Jade said no, and like wraps his arm around him, pulling him in close, and flashing his gun at the guy.
Oh my God, bro's already possessive. That's crazy.
And then we see the drug dealers walking up the stairs, and Kamin's about to run in, but Jade's like, "Wait, we can't do it like that.
Yeah.
You have to be careful."
He literally is just running upstairs, like, "Okay, let's go get him." I'm like, "No, bro. Okay, we don't even technically have, like, probable cause that anything is happening up there, so we can't just run in and be like, hands up." Like,
well, they do have some pictures.
They have pictures, but, like, that's about it. Like, they have to catch them, like, in the act of something in order to arrest them.
But then Jade realized someone knows him and quickly hides behind a pillar. And he's like, "That guy knows me. He knows I'm a cop." And so Kamin kind of looks over, making sure he's not looking. And there is the moment.
The moment.
Here. There are a lot of moments in this first episode.
There are. They're already, like, pretty... I was like, damn, episode 1, are we already feeling things? Okay.
Yeah, there are, like, 5 moments of, like, a lot of intense stares.
Intense stares.
And so then Kamin sees the deal be made, and Jade texts back up. And they go in with their guns. They're all under arrest. But one of the guys makes a move, and Kamin goes after him. He catches him in the back alley, and he puts his hands up, gun aimed at him.
This was intense.
Oh my God. So, funnily enough, I was like, "Oh, wait, does Kamin not like to shoot people?" Because, like, he was chasing him this whole time, not real, like, it kept seeming like he aimed his gun, but didn't shoot. And so, I was like, wait, does he not like to shoot people? Is there, like, something there?
If someone is unarmed, I think he said something at the beginning, though, about what Thailand's police, like, code is, but you can't just shoot someone that's unarmed. Like, this man doesn't seem to be armed. He's not wielding a weapon.
I know. But then it turns out he is armed when he turns around.
And so when he notices...
avoids the bullet and shoots him in the knee.
Yeah. He notices, shoots him life-threateningly.
Right.
Easily. Like
then someone else comes with a gun. And this is our little Kin Porsche moment.
Yeah. I was like, the
Jade,
Kin Porsche.
I don't know what he like swings him around almost, but then like Kamin aims a gun and shoots him in the shoulder.
It was like very smooth. It was very seamless, like that.
It was very like.
It's like they've been working together for years.
Yes.
Destiny.
And then Jade compliments his aim. He's like, nice aim. And he's like, it's standard.
Can't take a fucking compliment. Especially from me.
So then Jade compliments him on wrapping up his first case. Kamin gives him the ticket that he gave him.
Yep.
Because he's like, you're probably gonna need that because you're driving home drunk. And he's like, oh, I barely drank, it's fine. And he's like, nah, give me your keys. And he gives it to Ken, who's there now, and he's like, take this back to HQ. And he takes Jade with him to the hotel he's staying at. And Jade says, why am I here?
You were gonna take me somewhere?
And he's like, this is where I'm staying. And he's like, oh, sorry, you take me back to your room?
Oh, fancy, let's go to your room.
And he's like, is that all you think about?
I, for half a second, thought he was.
No,
I didn't like.
Come in.
No, here's the thing. Personality-wise, I was like, no, he wouldn't. But like, he kept smiling at him, and I was like, wait, are we? Like, are we actually gonna? No.
No, I knew he wasn't.
Obviously, his personality, I was like, there's no way he is. But like, he was having me questioning it there for a second. By the way he was acting.
Anyway, Kamin brings him up to the balcony or where restaurant place, and they have a drink. And he's like, I want to say thank you because, you know, at Drink Me, you never put your glass down. So I want to buy you one off the case to celebrate.
You seem to like alcohol.
Which, this is something that might not be anything, but because the way Kamin says, he's like, oh, you know, you never put your glass down, you were drinking at the club. Do we think that Jade might have an alcohol problem?
I wondered that. I thought about that. I don't know.
Just something to put out there. I don't know if he'll play a part later, but who knows.
Something to keep an eye on, for sure.
Yeah. And so they cheers as they talking. Jade writes down on the little ticket, and he passes back to Kamin. And it's like, oh, if you keep being harsh, you'll turn into a dog or something.
Yep. Jeez.
And they clink and they drink.
That, side note, that fucking clink is satisfying as hell. You listen to that clink. That clink was a really nice clink. I don't know what was different about that clink, but whoever, like, fucking Foley sounded that clink deserves a raise. Because they did a good clink.
But then we get an end credit scene.
Yeah.
With a very drunk.
He was drunk. Yeah, for sure.
Are we sure he's not faking it a little bit?
I don't think so.
Do the moment later. I'll talk about it. Hang on.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? But he's clinging to Kamin. He's like very much, you know, arms around him. And Kamin's like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "You're standing my way. That's why I bumped into you."
Yeah.
As he's like leaning on him. And he's like laying on him. He's like, yeah, no, I'm drunk. It's fine. And Kamin's just like, okay, you need to like, please don't tell anyone you work under me.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't want anyone to know I'm associated with you. And she's like, oh, come on, someone like me never accepted by my boss. But if I ever do, it'll only be the one who has my heart.
Oh.
Already, episode 1. Here we are.
Episode fucking 1.
Then he falls into a bush a little bit.
Yeah.
And he pulls him out and he's like, look, I'm going to drive you home.
Yeah.
You are not driving.
Mm-mm.
Granted, you also don't have your keys, so of course he has to. And he's like, ooh, okay. Are you thinking something about me? And he's like, or you can just sleep here. And he starts walking away.
Just sleep in the bush then. Just fucking sleep in the bush. I will leave.
Yeah. And then Kamin's like, oh, come on, you're leaving a drunk guy here? And then he smiles. And then Kamin, like, turns back to see him. And as soon as he does, he, like, almost, like, jump, like, it almost looked like he could be faking being drunk to be clingy. And then, like, a moment of, like, him being like, oh, shit, he's here, let me get back drunk again, I'm falling backwards. You know, something like that.
Maybe.
Or he could actually be drunk, I have no idea.
Maybe. I don't know.
Regardless, it was fun.
It was very fun. I do like how like he's getting in the car, and
Yeah.
he's like, okay, one leg, there you go, get the other one in there, bro.
And he's like, yeah, you even opened the door for me. Thank you.
You even opened the door. Look how romantic you are already. Jeez.
And then he slams the door as he's like mid talking.
Yep.
And he's just like, okay, goodbye. And assuming he drops him home.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, let me talk about my murder board more.
Well, let's start with MVP of the episode. Let's
let's do that, actually.
Again, it's been a while since we've done this, so let's refresh with MVPs. MVP for this episode.
I think I have mine.
Me too. 3, 2, 1.
Kamin.
Kamin.
Yeah. I feel like for his first day on the job, I feel like he's making a very big impact. He's very good impact.
It's good. Yeah, he's very like serious. He doesn't take shit. Like he's very much by the book.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah. He's already closed
and also
the case.
The whole thing with the second case with like his like, you know, the whole like cool gun move thing he was doing. Like,
hell yeah.
So cool. So he's like clearly knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Now do you want to bring up the murder board?
Murder board! It's time for the murder board. Okay. We should have a jingle. Alright, let's see. So, here's the murder board. So, our victim died at a party with 7 others present. Sleeping pills, had ulcers, something to note. Dating Champ. Her best friend was Chireen. And she could barely drink, in Champ's words. Quotes. So there's a couple things to note there. Now, we're going to go over to what we know, which I've written down the most important facts here. We have people were dozing off one by one. Definitely something to note, because they could have been drugged.
Yep.
Chireen and Champ were arguing outside before the death. Definitely something to note.
Mm-hmm.
Tar lied about the drugs. I wrote that down, but now I'm thinking, like, that's not as important. We have someone is lying about who called the ambulance. Belle says her, Chireen says Tonkla.
Right.
We shall deduce in time who is lying. And Tar gets the first letter. Those are our important facts that we know. They might change as we go on when we get more facts. Whatever. We have our timeline at the bottom, which I was gonna rewrite because I did it at an angle and you can't tell what any of this says. So at the all the way at the side over here, at the bottom, we have Time and Tonkla prep the party. So they were the first to arrive. I have a little gap, and then I have Champ and Fi arrive at the party last, because they were the last to arrive. After that, I've got Champ and Chireen are outside arguing. Don't know fully when that happened, but I do know it happened before. What the fuck does that say?
There's 5 or time something?
I don't know what that's.
Time out. No, what did that say?
I don't know what that says.
I can't find... Here, put it closer to the screen. I need to see it.
It doesn't say anything.
Oh, truth or dare?
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, like fine.
Thank fuck. Okay, so truth or dare.
Yeah, like that obviously says truth or dare.
Here's the thing. I don't know if these are switched. I don't know if Champ and Chireen argued after truth or dare or before.
Right.
That could change. That's the timeline right now, though. We have everyone fell asleep. Specifically, Jay was the last one to fall asleep. And then we have Fi's death. And then after that, we have the ambulance was called. This will adjust as we learn more facts.
Okay.
Now, because of all the facts we've collected, I put everything together, and I eliminated some people from the specific suspect pool. They could still be persons of interest, though. So they're in the persons of interest section. We have Jay, Tonkla, and Time. They're in the person of interest section because we don't know enough about what happened with them, and they aren't as suspicious at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Our big suspicious 4 were Belle, Tar, Champ, and Chireen. And I first eliminated Champ and Tar. Tar first, because I was like, he seems more stressed about the drugs than anything. So I had him at the bottom of the area here, our bottom three. I took Champ out as well because my gut is telling me they want us to think it was him, and it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a feeling, but it was enough of a feeling for him to take him out of the running of suspect this week. And so my last two were Chireen and Belle because of the whole ambulance mix-up. However, I decided to make Chireen my number one suspect for this first episode because there seemed to be more solid physical evidence against her rather than just the vibes that Belle was giving off. Namely, she had an argument with Champ. There could be some motives there, possible motives of her being the best friend and maybe Fi dating the person she wanted to be dating. Who knows? But that's all conjecture right now. But there seemed to be more physical evidence against Chireen than there would have been against Belle at the moment. But we will see as we go on if any more comes to light.
Okay,
so,
well.
Who's your number?
I'm actually, that's great, because I was actually going to implicate a new segment, which is Suspect of the Episode.
Oh, hell
yours
yeah!
and yours.
We'd
So
love
great.
to see it! Right.
Yeah, now I'll do mine. My suspect, my number one suspect of the episode is Belle.
Is Belle? Ooh, have you changed it because of my ambulance thing, or did you?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I actually didn't think of a number one suspect before this, but as we were talking, I'm like, actually Belle, because the whole ambulance mix-up thing, I still believe like she was trying to make herself look better. But then I was thinking, and I was like, wait a minute. Her biggest beef seems to be with Tar. Who was the first person who got the truth or dare letter?
Tar.
Was Tar.
Oh.
So there seemed to be a connection there, because both of them have, like, conflicting interests of being like, oh, Tar didn't want to call the cops. No, Belle didn't want to call the cops. You start targeting the first one right off the bat. Like, it seems weird to me. That, and I don't know. So that also plays into the part of like, Belle seems very suspicious to me. Like, she seems to be the most suspicious.
I have a thought.
What's your thought?
A thought that maybe counteracts what you were saying about like, Belle didn't want to call the cops. No, Tar didn't want to call the cops. And so if Belle's the one who did it, then she would send him the letter, take him out of the running, blah blah blah. But then why would she do that? And think about this in Among Us terms. I don't know if you played Among Us.
I did.
In Among Us terms, if someone is being kind of like sussed by the rest of the crewmates and is like, oh, I don't know, you keep making weird decisions, I think it might be you, I think you might be an imposter, you would not want to have them voted out. You would not to then go into the next round if they were still in the game and then kill them, because they are your current scapegoat. They're your current, people think they're the imposter when I am. I want to keep them alive. I'm not going to go kill them, because then people are going to start pointing fingers elsewhere, like at me. So you would not go into the next round and then kill them. So, if she's sending him the truth or dare letter, freaking him out and pointing fingers at, making sure that the cops are like, that, I feel like that would turn it on to like, oh, maybe he's not the person who did it, because people are sending him weird letters and like blackmailing him and threatening him. So maybe he's not the one who did it. I feel like then she wouldn't be the one sending those letters if it was those two against each other, because then that would take the heat off of him and put it on someone else, namely maybe her. Maybe I'm thinking too deep into it. I don't know.
That's still it also, I don't know, that still doesn't sit right with me. The whole ambulance thing also doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, it's weird.
And like, so that also was like why she was my number one originally, but then I was thinking about it, I'm like, Tar, her biggest beef it was Tar, and Tar's the first one to get the letter. I'm
gonna treat it as a discrepancy right now, but I'm gonna keep an eye out to make sure that like it wasn't a mistranslation.
Right, yeah, because it could be, but I honestly don't think it was.
I don't think it was, because it's mainly, the thing that changed was the names, and the names wouldn't be a mistranslation. Like, Tonkla called the ambulance. Yeah. Belle called the ambulance. Like, that wouldn't be as much of a mistranslation. So I don't think it was. I think someone's lying.
Yeah, I think it's Belle.
Alright. Snazzy.
Okay. That was our recap of Dare You to Death, episode 1. We will be back next week for Dare You to Death, episode 2. Feel free to tweet or Instagram us or whatever at _B podcast_ to see who you think is the most suspicious as of first episode. You
Yeah,
know?
and did you
Things
guys
can
pick up on
change.
anything like that we didn't? Let us know.
Yeah,
We would love more info.
were there any other clues that we completely just like went right over our heads?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Let us know.
So we will see you all next week.
See you then.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.